It's out with the new and in with the old. Today we're flipping the script on what's in and asking, are home design trends finally getting it right in 2026? Let's dive into the biggest decorating conversations for the new year and discover which trends aren't really trends at all. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I've missed you all so much. Thank you for being patient with me as I get our channel up and running again for the new year. I truly hope you all had a beautiful holiday. I would love for you to stick around to the end of today's video as I do have some announcements and some updates to share with you all. But first, let's talk about the latest in home design and decorating. This video is for any of you that have felt like your house never measures up to the trends and what you see on social media. This is my take as a home decorator as to what I see is happening in the world of home design trends. Over the past few years, we've seen a dramatic shift in how people think about decorating their homes. Minimalism and modern aesthetics have dominated social media, and suddenly there's a craving for spaces that feel personal, storied, and nostalgic. And you better believe I'm here for it all. If you've been here with us for any length of time, you know we are about creating spaces in our home with the things we love and not the latest and greatest trends. I love to study home design, and I thought I would share my thoughts on what's up and coming for 2026. Are we finally moving toward designs that actually feel like home? Let's start with a little truth bomb. Some so-called trends aren't new at all. Instead, they're timeless styles making a comeback, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I don't plan to focus on every new trend out there because it's a lot, but I do want to focus on the key elements of what is in style to help you weed through what is trendy and what is timeless. Let's be honest, trends really are a way for brands to promote new items and create a stir of interest to get you to buy their goods. Now, that isn't to say that trends are bad, because they aren't. They are absolutely necessary to keep things fresh. But we as consumers need to know how to use the trends to create beautifully designed spaces without completely jumping off into everything that is the latest and greatest. I've been there and done that, and I was so sorry in the end, because anything that is overdone just does not age well. The last thing you want is to walk into your home and realize that it's stuck in a certain era, and that is exactly what trends do if you completely bite off into the latest idea that they are pushing. I think another problem with trends is that we buy something or decorate a space with something one year. The next year we add in another element from another trend, and we keep doing this over and over until it's all a mix-mosh of pieces that don't really work cohesively together. The whole fear of missing out really does play into the trends, and the retailers know it. One of the main reasons that trends go out of style is that too many of us buy into one trend. Once our homes become too similar, the trend shifts because they want to push something new and fresh, and we're stuck with the feeling of pressure to buy the new trend surfacing. And it usually the complete opposite of what was just in style. Design trends are on a pendulum. They swing from one extreme to the other, and we're all caught in the trap of trying to keep up. It's frustrating, not to mention costly. Who can afford to remodel and redecorate their homes every 5 to 10 years? I think what is important to remember about trends is that you really need to do things in moderation. Find the key things you love about a trend and only incorporate those elements, whether it's a color, a pattern, a type of furniture, or a certain material like stone or brick. The best way to decorate is to find your base style and then incorporate the things you love by mixing and matching and using different elements to create your own unique look. I promise, decorating like this will make your space more interesting and gives you an opportunity to create a home that showcases who you are and most importantly, works with how you live. So think about it. When did cozy armchairs, rich wood furniture, or heirloom quality decor and rugs ever really go out of style? Today's most popular designs that are trending have roots that run deep. Let's take a look at a few popular styles for 2026. Neo-vintage design blends classic nostalgic elements from past decades, like Art Deco, the 70s, 80s, or Victorian era, with modern functionality and aesthetics, creating a new vintage feel that's both familiar and fresh. The hotel at home trend creates elevated, comfortable spaces with beautiful lighting, rich textures, curated art, and spa-like bedrooms and bathrooms. The modern coastal look is no longer about literal beach decor, seashells, or kitschy nautical themes. Rather, it's effortless, light-filled, warm, and elevated. Japandi has held steady for years and is gaining momentum as homeowners crave more serenity and simplicity. Wood tones, sculptural shapes, negative space, soft lighting, and thoughtful storage make this a peaceful, clutter-free style. Warm terracotta tones, curved architecture, arched doorways, iron windows, and organic stone details are making a major comeback in 2026, especially in kitchens and entryways. Mediterranean style in 2026 feels fresh, not rustic or heavy, thanks to minimal ornamentation and a softer color palette. One of the most charming trends emerging for winter into spring 2026 is what many designers are calling grandpa chic, a nostalgic, cozy style inspired by Ralph Lauren. You'll see warm woods, vintage books, leather chairs, classic plaids, framed sketches, and the kinds of timeless accessories collected over the years. So why are we seeing such a return to the more timeless and less trendy styles? I think we are all craving a bit of nostalgia, a celebration of craftsmanship, vintage finds, and family heirlooms. And this is more than just a fad. It's about creating rooms that tell a story and honor the past by layering in the old. These design styles aren't new. They've been around in all the trends that surface and will continue to surface, like Ralph Lauren, or as it used to be called, old money, modern traditional, quiet luxury, coastal grandmother 2.0, formerly known as Nancy Meyer, and European farmhouse, a spin-off of the farmhouse style. And this is just to name a few. There are so many more styles to choose from that truly showcase the love of history and timeless classics. And what these all have in common is that they incorporate elements of old with the new. So is this truly a trend? I don't think so. What happens at the retail level is that every year the brands come up with a new name to label a trend that is truly the same classic design style, just packaged a different way. And it's all to keep you buying their products and services. Now, there are true fads that come and go and that are so outlandish that I don't have any idea who buys the stuff. I'm sure there is a market for it, but truly, if you want a home to have a timeless and classic style, don't go after the fads. I think focusing on the elements that are well crafted and collected over time is key. The heritage style is a creation of something that is far more personal than just home design and decorating. So what are the design elements you can use to create this heritage style? Let's talk about them. Do you remember when the paint brands came out with historical palettes for their paint colors? They selected colors that represented what was used in homes long ago and grouped them to allow us a way to create that heritage look for our spaces. And those color palettes are exactly what to look for in this heritage style. Think warm, muted tones like deep greens, rich burgundies, navy blues, and earthy browns. Lighter colors like cream and off-white provide a soft backdrop for vintage pieces. And accent colors like brass, silver, and copper add a sense of history and a touch of luxury. I think paint is one of the most impactful and least costly renovations you can make to your space. Color can truly transform a room. A trend associated with paint that started a few years ago And something that is still going strong is color drenching. This is where you paint everything in the room, the walls, molding, and built-in cabinetry the same color. I think this does play well with the heritage style and really highlights molding details in a room. There is something new that surfaced with this trend, something called color capping, which is where you paint the ceiling the same color, just either a touch lighter or darker, depending on the color you are using. I like this idea a lot because it really makes a room feel cozy and inviting. I think this also works well in rooms that are using pattern in curtains, furniture, or bedding, and I'll talk about this more in just a bit. One further thing to note about both of these, color drenching and color capping, is that these techniques work well in traditional homes where rooms are separated by walls and doorways and are not necessarily ideal in open concept floor plans, so keep that in mind as well. Layering in lots of textures and different materials can help with creating the heritage style. I think this is where you can really create a cozy feel in your home. Start with upholstery and soft furnishings made from natural fibers. Wool, linen, and cotton are recommended for sofas, chairs, throws, and cushions. These materials not only add tactile comfort, but also bring a timeless organic quality to your rooms. Their subtle variations in weave and finish contribute to a layered, lived-in look that is central to heritage style. Combining different textures, soft throws over a linen armchair, a wool rug on a wooden floor, or velvet cushions on a cotton sofa. This mix creates visual richness, making spaces feel inviting and lived in rather than staged or sterile. To enhance authenticity and visual interest, incorporate stone or brick elements such as exposed walls, fireplaces, or kitchen backsplashes. These materials ground a room, offering texture and a sense of permanence. Even small touches like a stone mantle or brick accent can evoke charm of older homes. Metals are essential for adding both shine and history. Use brass, iron, pewter, and silver in lighting, hardware, or decorative objects. These metals, especially when they develop a patina, bring warmth and a touch of luxury. Silver in particular is highlighted as making a comeback and can be used in frames, trays, or even as part of furniture detailing. Wood is a cornerstone of heritage interiors. Opt for darker woods with visible grain, patina, or signs of age. Pieces with history, whether antique or simply well-crafted, add depth and authenticity. Think of sturdy tables, carved chairs, or vintage cabinets that anchor a space and tell a story. Adding in antique or vintage pieces like wingback chairs, roll arm sofas, and sturdy wooden tables and desks can bring so much character to a room. Look for heirloom quality craftsmanship like dovetail joints, hand-carved details, and solid construction. Mix and match pieces by combining different eras and styles for a collected over time feel. Heritage style thrives on the thoughtful layering of patterns, which adds visual interest and a sense of history to your space. Use classic plaids, florals, and damasks on textiles such as curtains, rugs, and cushions. Plaids evoke a cozy, traditional feel, florals bring in a touch of romance, and damasks add elegance and depth. Incorporate embroidered pillows or tapestry wall hangings. These details add artistry and a handcrafted touch, reinforcing the heritage vibe. Don't be afraid to layer textiles. Combine a patterned rug with a floral throw and plaid cushions. The key is to keep a cohesive color palette so the mix feels intentional rather than chaotic. The pattern drenching trend in interior design involves completely immersing a space in patterns. Think about covering walls, furniture, textiles, and even ceilings with repeated motifs for a bold, cohesive, and layered look. It's a maximalist approach that builds on traditional techniques, bringing personality and visual storytelling through intentional layering. Architectural details are essential in creating the layered, storied look that defines heritage style. These elements add depth, character, and a sense of history to your home, making spaces feel both timeless and inviting. Crown molding and wainscoting add visual interest and a sense of craftsmanship. Crown molding draws the eye upward, emphasizing ceiling height and elegance, while wainscoting provides texture and protection to walls, often painted in rich or muted tones for a heritage feel. Built-in bookshelves and window seats are a hallmark of older homes and heritage-inspired spaces. Bookshelves filled with well-loved volumes, family photos, and collected objects create a cozy, lived-in atmosphere. Window seats, often nestled into alcoves, offer inviting nooks for reading or relaxing, enhancing the sense of comfort and tradition. Paneled doors, especially those with raised or recessed detailing, invoke the craftsmanship of earlier eras. Swapping out standard hardware for vintage or reproduction knobs, handles, and hinges in brass, iron, or pewter adds authenticity and interest to doors and cabinetry. Accessories and decor are the soul of heritage style. They transform a space from simply well-furnished to truly personal and storied. The goal is not to just fill shelves and surfaces, but to curate objects that evoke memory, celebrate craftsmanship, and reflect your own unique journey. Add family heirlooms and personal artifacts, and be sure to display items with intention. Showcase old photographs in vintage frames, antique clocks, or cherished keepsakes on mantles, shelves, or gallery walls. Choose pieces that resonate with you, whether it's a painting from a local artist, a ceramic bowl from your travels, or a vintage map of your hometown. Each item should evoke a memory, spark a conversation, or reflect your interests and values. These pieces are more than decoration. They're visual storytelling connecting your home to your family's history and traditions. Use a mix of table lamps, sconces, and candles to create cozy pools of light. Heritage style thrives on atmosphere, and layered lighting brings out the textures and colors in your decor. Mix paintings, prints, and three-dimensional objects like woven baskets or plates on a gallery wall. Vary the sizes and frames for a collected over time look, but keep a cohesive color palette or theme for harmony. Don't be afraid to change things up seasonally or as you acquire new pieces. Rotating your art and collectibles keeps your home dynamic and allows you to highlight different stories throughout the year. In recent years, there's been a noticeable shift in how people approach decorating their homes. Instead of chasing what's new, homeowners are rediscovering what truly makes a house a home. The focus is moving away from impressing strangers and toward comfort, memories, and personality. Heritage style stands apart from fleeting trends because it's rooted in timeless classics, craftsmanship, and personal history. It incorporates materials, colors, and architectural details that have stood the test of time. Every item in a heritage-inspired home has a reason for being there, whether it's a family piece or a flea market find. The style is curated, not cluttered, and balances old and new for a lived-in, curated feel. The heritage approach values comfort and memory over novelty. It's less about following trends and more about celebrating what makes your space uniquely yours. Why I think this shift is happening is because trends have a tendency to produce homes that feel stuck in a particular era. This cycle of constantly updating decor is not only costly, but also leaves spaces feeling impersonal and disconnected from the people who live in them. What's right about current design movements is the growing emphasis on personal storytelling and meaningful choices. Instead of filling rooms with trendy items, people are curating spaces that reflect their own histories, tastes, and lifestyles, rather than simply following what's popular. Home design trends are getting it right by moving toward authenticity, comfort, and personal expression. Heritage style exemplifies this shift. It's not a trend, but a celebration of what makes a home meaningful. By embracing timeless elements, personal stories, and a curated mix of old and new, we create spaces that are truly ours and always in style. Tell me in the comments which timeless style you are all loving right now and what piece in your home has the best story to tell. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more home decorating inspiration. Now, before I let you go, I just wanted to tell you that my upload schedule will be changing for this year. I will be posting a new video at the end of each month, so one video a month for 2026. We have a lot of family obligations and travel coming up, and I truly want to produce the very best videos for you all. And in order to keep that goal of quality, I feel like a less frequent upload will help me achieve it. I hope you will stick with us through this transition. Also, you will be seeing less of Corey in upcoming videos since he is now working outside the home. We made the decision to have him return to the workforce in order to help us with our dream of building our new forever home. I don't have a date to share with you on the build yet, but we're still trying to navigate the whole crazy housing market, but I do hope to have some good news soon. I want you all to know just how much you mean to us here on this channel. We are looking forward to another wonderful year of friendship with you all. I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.